Hello everyone, I'm AJ and welcome to my channel AJ's Gaming Life. And I will say this is my very first time I'm streaming on YouTube as for the for the past few years, ever since I started playing Genshin, I started streaming on Facebook actually. But this time I decided to step up a notch by streaming on YouTube. Although I did uploaded quite a number of YouTube videos ever since the release of Genshin Impact version 2.0. So okay, so for my very first stream on YouTube, what I will be doing is I'll be reacting to all of the Genshin Impact trailers starting from version 1.0 until 2.8. But here's a note. Actually, I've already reacted to the version 2.0's trailer until 2.1, but I decided to re-react just for the sake of convenience. And actually, I was supposed to do this way before 3.0 is out, but it's okay because I was supposed to do this way before the 3.0 is out, but due to unforeseen circumstances where I was due to busy schedule and whatnot, uh, it got delayed. But hey, I this that's not gonna stop me from doing this. So, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. Before that, let me wear my headphones first. Alright, okay. So, let's start things off by reacting to version 1.0. I believe I have not watched this trailer at all. So, okay, let's jump right into it.
Windborn Outlander, as you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning.
Right. Okay.
Defeating that monster might remove this strange wind current seal thingy around the Statue of the Seven.
So this is the start of it all. I remember this was in the Liyue. So okay, so turns out they released Mondstadt and Liyue first, because I can't really remember much of what happened back in when I started playing Genshin a few days right after Genshin was released.
Now so full of rage and suffering.
I will not stand for such impertinence.
The
To
wolf,
ashes!
Widow,
I, Fischl, Prinzessin dürfe Ertelang.
this is in the UN,
Eat this!
Jacqueline,
Dance!
Barbara,
If I tell you the story with a performance,
the Spiral Abyss,
time for takeoff!
Sacred name, Fortune
Chi-Chi,
Preserver. One
the
step
Pyro
closer.
Hypostasis,
Maybe soon I shall
Chongyun,
finally
Ningguang,
uncover the
Mona,
tricks of this
I
world.
swear by my sword!
Jean,
comes shadow.
Kachin,
Blaze into light!
Klee,
Verdictus?
Diluc, the trailer that started it all, version 1.0. Hey, it's nice, not gonna lie. This is where everything started. I believe that's pretty much it for 1.0, right? Okay, now that okay, so that's pretty much for 1.0. It's basically an introduction to the world of Tabat. That's pretty much, and the characters such as Amber, Kaching, Jean, Chi-Chi, Mona, yeah, Klee, Venti, and yeah, they started things off by releasing Venti. Venti is the very first limited character. Then came in Klee, and at that moment of time, my very first 5-star is Mona, because at that moment of time, I didn't really know anything about Genshin. Okay, I'm just gonna roll for whichever that piqued my interest. Okay, now then, that's been what. Okay, now that I've reacted to 1.0, moving on to 1.1.
Boats are made for transferring commodities.
Oh gosh, Zhongli's voice
And those
is
that come across
English
the
voice
earth
is
tend to
just
stay
wow.
a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
This is the largest one we've seen so far.
The Fatui!
The Patrice.
They're attacking the Grecian Ballista!
Let's see.
I believe this is the this is where the Liyue arc concluded. Tartaglia.
I'm least adept with the bow, and that is precisely why I must master it.
The only character that can swap modes.
Nothing can be accomplished.
The one and only Geodaddy, Zhongli. Damn his style. And and I will say this, he is my very first limited 5-star character. And I did not regret pulling for him. So as he's such a darn good character, not gonna lie. And of course we have both Xinyan and Diona. And of course we have the new event. Okay, is it okay if I skip this? Yeah, 1.1. Version 1.1 is basically the introduction. I believe is the conclusion to the Liyue arc. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's basically the introduction. The introduction to new characters, which are Tartaglia, Zhongli, Xinyan, and Diona. And hey, I must say, I will say this, I did not regret pulling for Zhongli. Well then, now that I've reacted to 1.1, let's move on to version 1.2, where I believe this is the part where they introduce Dragon Spine. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Do you know the story of
Yeah,
Durin and
this is the trailer that introduces
Snow gathers atop
Dragon
this
Spine.
mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Durin's remains in it.
There it is,
As
the best
such,
desire.
who could I find to help me if not you? Into position! Prepare for battle!
Getting a little cold?
This is where they introduce the new enemies. Hello there, Albedo.
But I don't think I'm any genius.
Albedo's alright, but he just
Moment of birth!
didn't pick my
job is to honor
attention.
my contract with
Ganyu,
Lapis.
All hail!
she's cute. I really wish I have her in my account, but unfortunately, as of this moment, she's not on my priority list.
It's so nice to de-stress.
But
I
I will
made a
say
new
this,
discovery while sketching nearby.
having Ganyu in
There's
your
an area
account
up
is
ahead
a
that's quite remarkable.
fun. How
The
was it say
truth
this?
of this world.
It's a fine addition to your collection. The new weapons, the Dragon Spine Spear, the new Catalyst, the new Claymore, the new 4-star Claymore. All are craftable, by the way, and of course the limited event 4-star weapon, which is the Festering Desire. New enemies.
Was the two of us meeting really a good thing?
So yeah, that's pretty much it for 1.3. Okay, this is the part where I skip. Sorry about that. Oh, and just once, I believe this is the trailer where they introduce Rosaria, and I will say this, at that moment of time, Rosaria was hot, and I was happy that they announced her as a playable trailer in, I believe, in 1.4 if I'm not mistaken. But unfortunately, MiHoYo did what MiHoYo did when she released, when they decided to make Rosaria as a playable was they nerfed her boobas, which to me was kind of disappointing. She's still sexy, I will say. Despite her boobas being nerfed, she's still hot and sexy. And yeah, I have her at C3 as of this moment. Now that, but still, it's kind of frustrating seeing Rosaria's boobas getting nerfed. But anyway, enough of Rosaria. Now then, let's move on to version 1.3, where they introduce Xiao as the new character. Let's go.
Such a beautiful lantern. How
Wow.
is it made?
At the moment in time, that festival was stunning,
So
gorgeous.
stalls.
And I believe this is this was during the Chinese New Year festival, or maybe or the Japanese call it Lunar Festival.
Come, try your hand at Theater Mechanicus.
Another also known as Tower Defense.
Seems to be something mysterious about this photographic apparatus.
If you're able to, could you
I believe this is the part. This is the version where they introduce implement camera into the game, right? The camera gadget.
Their voices. I can always hear them. If you cannot bring yourself to kill,
Xiao the damn good animal DPS character, I'm not gonna lie.
do not judge
But-
a duck die by your mortal ideas.
I don't think I'll be pulling him for quite some time.
Try.
Because I'm fine without him. He's cool, but unfortunately, as the same case goes for Ganyu, he's not on my priority list. He's cool. I'm gonna lie, he's cool. But like I said, he's not on my priority list. And we have the new enemies, the GOB chefs. So this is the version where they introduced the Jade Cutter and the Staff of Homa. This boss fight, he's quite decent to say the least. Yeah, this is the heartbreaking moment.
Paimon will help you find her, and we'll spend the next lantern rite together.
Damn, that hurts. Okay, I'll be skipping this part. Sorry about that. So yeah, and yes, they introduced Xiao in this trailer, but they did not show Hu Tao in this trailer because Hu Tao was released as this during the second phase of version 1.3, and I will say this: Hu Tao she's unique in terms of personality. she is unique. She's unique, and I'm not gonna. And I was, and during at the moment of time, right, I was supposed to save up my Primo Gems for Ayaka because I was really waiting for her. After the Zhongli banner back in 1.1, I was saving up as many Primo Gems as possible because I was thinking of making Ayaka's C6, I guess, at the moment of time, but Hu Tao kind of broke me, and I decided to pull for Hu Tao, and I did not regret pulling for her because she's a darn good main DPS. So yeah. Anyway, enough of version 1.3. Moving on to version 1.2 where they introduce Rosaria. So right after the Liyue event comes the Mondstadt event, which is the Windblume Festival.
Do you like it?
The Windblume Festival was alright, but I'll be very honest, I prefer the Liyue Festival.
Come on, put your
in
skills
terms of
to the test.
beauty. Oh, these bubbles! Oh! Oh,
Come
memories.
enjoy the Windblume Festival.
Not gonna lie, those events were fun.
Go adventure with you?
Ah!
Just like we do if I was on
This
your
is where they
adventure
introduce
team?
the hangout
Some
events.
guidance on my chivalric training?
Bennett,
feeling quite
Noel,
uncomfortable.
Shogyun, and Barbara.
I feel much better.
I started playing Barbara's hangout
It's a little
hangout
embarrassing to say,
event
but-
first because she's the
Look out!
her hangout event kind
Unofficial
of
business?
piques
How's
my
the research going?
attention, so I decided to go for hers one at first, and then Rosaria. Oh my goodness, Rosaria is sexy as hell.
Don't overdo it. Let me take care of the dirty work. I hear you've got a job for me.
Woo!
You
Gosh,
can't run!
Euthymia is getting hot in here.
Lights out.
New weapons. I believe that's the Ellie Flash. The allergy of the end. Oh, I remember this scene. This is the part where I think this is the scene where the siblings reunited. And I believe this is the part where they introduce Day Sleep. Yeah. This is the scene I remember. And you mean who would have thought that Lumin is on the dark side? Okay, this is the part where I skipped. Sorry about that. So yeah, so 1.4 is basically the only new character that introduced is Rosaria, and at the moment of time, Rosaria was in the Tartaglia banner. At that moment of time, before the Tartaglia banner, I did not have Tartaglia and all, and at that moment of time, I thought Rosaria was a limited 4-star character, but as it turns out, all the new 4-star characters will be available in the standard banner. So in a way, I kinda regretted pulling at the Tartaglia banner at the moment of time. But not gonna lie, I did not regret pulling for Rosette because she is sexy as heck. And as I mentioned earlier, at this moment in time, she's at she's at C3, and I set her as a cryo support. I wanted to make her as a physical DPS, but in order to make her as according to the resources that I went through, in order to make her a physical DPS, you must have her at C6. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna make her a quiet support, and so far she's good. She's good. Now then, enough of version 1.4. Let's where is version version 1.5, where they introduced a new weekly boss, Ashtaha. Let's go. And this is the trailer where we explore more of Zhongli's backstory.
We will meet again.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
This is I, Ashtaha, forged of elemental crystal.
Not gonna lie, his OSC.
Enraged earth will not.
The Hoyo never cease to amaze me with their OSC. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be very, very honest.
You stand upon your tomb.
Quake! There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom of the gods.
Damn.
To dust.
Not gonna lie.
Hey, wait a minute. Does this count as martial
Ashtaha
arts?
looks menacing at the
Regular
moment in time.
trial.
And alright, this is the trailer where they introduce Yanfei. Yanfei is a fun character, I'm not gonna lie, but
Inadmissible evidence! Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
People tell me that if
oh,
I
and
spoke more
how could I
softly,
forgot?
others might find it
They
easier to
introduced
forgive
Eula
me.
as well.
But the only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a
Eula,
pariah before.
the best physical
Freeze to the core!
damage bonus dealer ever.
Eye for an eye. Vengeance will be mine.
This
And
Serenity
they
pot
introduced
is
the
all
Serenity
yours now.
pot.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Man, look at the beauty. I mean, it's fun. You get to have the opportunity to customize your own realm. Wow. Just wow. Wow. So yeah, version 1.5 is It's basically where they introduce Yanfei and Eula. I have both Yanfei and and Eula. Yanfei as C6. She's fun to use, but and Eula also she's fun to use. And I believe this is the moment where Zhongli's back, where the travelers get to explore more of Zhongli's backstory, and this is where I believe this is the conclusion of the Zhongli's backstory. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, 1.5 is quite a fun ride. Now then. Now that I've reacted to version 1.5, moving on to version 1.6. Version 1.6 where they introduced the Golden Apple Archipelago.
For some time off because
It's basically some event.
Oh, speaking of
And
which,
look,
I still
God,
have a
oh my
promise to
goodness
keep to
gracious,
clean.
Jean looks gorgeous. And I
fish won't blast
did
themselves.
not regret buying that outfit, man, because Jean looks so darn good in that outfit.
Dodoco is very important to me. I won't lose to Dodo King. Coming along to the rolling waves, it's so romantic.
It has something of the unknown about it and seems to have its fair share of dangers.
1.6
Yet,
is practically
mystery is all part of
a
its
summer
theme.
event.
I need to bring Jumpy Dumpty.
But I would say this, the event is quite the fun ride, I would say this. Where they introduce the boat system. Man, this brings back memories. Not gonna lie, these events were fun. And I'm happy that I got both Jean and Bubba's summer outfit.
Finally arrived.
And I would say this, even during
Dare face me.
I mean,
such courage is
Jean's summer
admirable,
outfit
but it is now
can be used as a
useless
casual
because
outfit. And this was the moment where MiHoYo telling us that Inazuma is near. This was the moment where the MiHoYo tells us that Inazuma is near by introducing a boss that is related to Inazuma. And the music, oh my goodness, is so damn good. And I would say Magukeki is one of the coolest bosses I have witnessed so far.
Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents, and hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again.
Your opponent is new to the clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of
There he is,
The vision is
the
missing.
best and the most support character in ever.
Noise during stormy weather.
Kaedehara Kazuha.
Time. The birds come.
I didn't pull him back when during the second half for 1.6, but then a few verses later, I kind of regret
does the
putting
current
not
Electro
putting him.
Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. The voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. The part of your journey that lies after the
Sorry.
storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Yep. This was the trailer. Sorry about that. Okay. This is the trailer that introduced that MiHoYo telling us that Inazuma is near. Just by releasing just by releasing the Magenki and Kaedehara Kazuha, MiHoYo is giving us the sign that Inazuma is near. And at that moment of time, I was still saving up my Primogems for Ayaka, because I really wanted her at that moment of time. And I managed to get, and yes, I managed to get Ayaka in 2.0, but but a few versions late, sometime later in the future, I kind of regretted not pulling Kazuha. But fortunately, his character banner had a rerun in 2.8, so without hesitation, I decided to roll for him, and I did. Kazuha at C0 is fine. Just having him at C0 is fine, because even at C0, he is so darn good at crowd control, not gonna lie. Which is why I dare say he is the best animal support character that I have in my entire life. Anyway, that pretty much sums up my my reaction to the version 1.6 trailer. Let's move on to version 2.0, where this is the beginning of Inazuma arc. Let's go.
Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
Hello, Inazuma.
The almighty Shogun, focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity.
I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
I believe
But
this is
before that,
Thomas'
there is one other place I was
voice.
hoping you both would accompany me to. When a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. In other words, a person's vision
Ayaka,
represents their
Sayu,
ambition.
Euthymia, Toma, Kokomi, Goro, and Kazuha.
It must be a possession, right? I see. That reminds me. It seems that his vision was recently confiscated.
It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing.
For to be stripped of one's vision is to be
Miko?
stripped of one's ambition. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths.
The perpetual mechanical array, the pyro hypostasis, new enemies, the Mirror Maiden. The Mirror Maiden is hot, not gonna lie.
So, my intuition was correct.
Damn,
The
Miko
wind that
is
blows
hot!
from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
The new domains, the Kamisato Estate.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world
Ayaka?
are inconsequential. At present in Inazuma, in
That's
the name
Ayaka's
of the
voice.
Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot.
Gosh.
Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this
Ayaka
situation
is
without also remaining indifferent
watching
to our
back.
own fate.
Not gonna lie,
Now,
Ayaka looks
it is time for me
gorgeous.
to honor my word. I await your instruction.
I was waiting for her.
My apologies.
I was saving up preparations for her, and I did not regret pulling for her. That elegance.
Do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. When you are ready, go to
The domain
Hanamizaka
expansion.
and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
And they introduced Euthymia as well.
Introduce myself. A different phrase. I'm Euthymia. Great to meet ya.
Euthymia is, in terms of personality, she's cheerful, fun, but unfortunately, she's along with
Shumatsubari at your disposal.
Ganyu and Xiao. She's not on my priority list.
In addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
And it's kind of sad that Euthymia doesn't get much love compared to Ayaka, Raiden, Yelan, and whatnot.
threats to eternity by order
Kujosawa?
of the Almighty Shogun.
Adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army.
The resistance never betrays its own.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryo Commission?
The wait is over, my comrades.
Kokomi, and the iconic Buba sword scene.
You will be inlaid upon this statue.
I will say this, Raiden Shogun at the moment of time looks menacing. And I'll be very honest, okay? At the moment when version 2 before 2.1 was released, right? I'll be very honest. I dislike Raiden Shogun. Before 2.1, okay? Before 2.1, I dislike Raiden Shogun because of the way she controls, because of her methods. But then in version 2.1, there's a reason as to why she's doing all of this. And fortunately, the Traveler managed to convince her to change things. So yeah, but still, version 2.1, it was the beginning of a new chapter. It was the beginning of a new chapter where they introduced new Inazuma characters such as Ayaka, Euthymia, Sayu, and then at the moment of time, Kurosawa not released yet, Goro not released yet, Kokomi, and then of course the Electro Archon Raiden Shogun, and of course Toma. And let's not forget that one dumb Oni, which is Arataki Ino. So sorry to all the Ito lovers out there. I just had to say it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for my reaction to version 2.0. Okay, unfortunately 2.1 is somewhere missing. But be advised, from here on out, are the trailers that I've already reacted back. I've already reacted, but just for the sake of convenience, I'm just gonna re-react the trailers from 2.1 until 2.8. Okay, so without further ado, let me search for the trailer for version 2.1 first. It has to be in here somewhere. 2.0. There you have it. Okay. Now that I found the trailer for version 2.1. Okay, let's jump right into it.
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
Damn, Miko! Damn!
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was
the
not
Sangonomiya
located in Sangonomiya.
Island.
But after she
I forgot the
stepped down
English
from
name, sorry about that.
protected the shrine was abandoned.
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap.
This is where they introduce the hypostasis, and of course that.
The way people charge in here as they please.
And
So
they
uncivilized.
introduce Signora as the new weekly boss.
Not her again!
Have you learned your lesson now? The way you follow me around like a
Damn,
dark
I'm not gonna
shadow.
lie. Signora looks menacing. Too bad she got her ass whooped by Raiden Shogun.
Let's get them! Protect Madame Kujo!
I will do everything within my power to defend my family's honor.
Kujo-sawa?
Strike!
outfit is unique, not lie, and I would say this. She have nice boobas.
You just want to take everything away from us.
To survive hardship,
Kokomi?
you must prepare for hardship.
Yeah, I will admit, Kokomi is quite charming.
Some ambitions have the power to
But I'll be
victory.
very honest, I had a very bad impression on Kokomi's gameplay when she was first released.
What is the reason that I find you standing
And
here
of course,
before me once
the one
again?
and only Electro Archon, Raiden Shogun.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
And of course, Elemental Burst. Or should I say, Bankai.
Surely you don't think your ambition
Damn,
alone
Miko,
is
stop!
enough to shake A's will,
Stop
do
going,
you?
you appearing out of nowhere.
That's it. Just like that. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes
And of
all the more
course,
fragile.
Another a-hole who goes by the name of Scaramouche. The Moonlight Festival.
This is starting to feel like chili pepper weather. Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here? Everyone's getting ready for the Moon Chase Festival. I'm taking
Moon Chase
part in
Festival,
this
sorry
year's
about that.
masterful chefs. If possible,
This is the
I'd
event
like
where
you to be
they,
my culinary consultants.
where
One dish that perhaps you could try
Jiang
making
Ling's
for me.
pet,
We
Goba's
have
backstory
two extraordinary talents this year. I'm
was
interested to see their choice of
introduced,
dishes.
believe it or not.
Okay, without further ado, let the cooking commence.
And if you're curious, what is that backstory about? Go check out on my my YouTube video. I'm gonna put it on my description later on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for version 2.1. So basically, 2.1 is somewhat the partially the conclusion of the Inazuma arc, but and at that moment of time, my love towards Raiden Shogun got got drastically increased when I went through her story quest, and currently I have her at C2. I would say this, I did not regret having her at C2, but I kind of wish I had her signature weapon though. Mihoyo, engulfing lightning, we run when. Anyway, enough of 2.1. Let's move on to 2.2 is not here. Okay, let me search for version 2.2. I believe I did not upload version 2.2 on my YouTube because things happened at the moment of time. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna head to the Genshin Impact official page. Sort by, wait, it's kind of, Inazuma is kind of new, right? So I'm just gonna scroll right to that. There you have it. Version 2.2. Let's jump right into it. Wait, hold on. Okay, I believe I did not react to version 2.2, so let's jump right into it.
As soon as the melody began, my mind began to drift, and I could hear the sound of someone playing along with me. Come, try it for yourself. It's all yours.
Ah yes, the music event. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun having playing instruments with certain characters.
Used to be my dominion.
It's the scent of monsters.
Hello there, Fantasia.
I don't care
are. They'll be ashes when I'm finished with them.
Oh, yes, the new weapon.
With Shikifuda and Onmyoto.
And I believe this is the trailer where they introduce these rift hounds.
Some sort of combat training.
Those shoe-piercing rift hounds.
To be had here.
Ugh.
Now that we're all here, what do you say we get to the bottom of this?
And of course, they introduce the husband material Toma,
Don't get too close.
who shares the same Japanese voice as Kurosaki Ichigo from Bleach. And of course, MiHoYo released the final island for Inazuma. Okay. I'll be very honest. 2.2, other than the fact they introduced Toma, nothing special. That's probably the 2.2 is probably the weakest trailer among all, because they just basically introduced Toma into as the new character, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, version 2.2 is definitely the weakest trailer of them all. Now then, let's move on to version 2.3. Version 2.3 is version 2.3 is basically where they introduce Arataki Ito.
With this newfound strength, I will defend those who fight
and
alongside
of course
me.
Goro as well.
Protecting my soldiers doesn't just mean having a robust defense in place. It means going on the attack. The key to seizing victory in battle lies in remembering the meaning of battle and employing the right
and of course they
tactics to
introduced
generate
that humongous Rift Hound as the essential material boss.
Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner.
I'll be very honest, Goro
and Oni
didn't pick my attention, to be very honest. I'm so sorry to all the ladies out there,
been
but
trying to
Goro
apprehend
just doesn't catch my attention.
Trouble again. That'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice.
And we have the one and only Oni in Genshin Impact.
A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
That idiot Oni. What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
Arataki Ito.
There! It's showtime! Oh, coming through! Step aside. Ito's back in town.
Ito's alright, to be very honest.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
Ito's alright, but
the transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to
even
which human beings aspire. They
I'll be fine
pursue
without
the
him
everyday,
in my
the ordinary,
account.
to a
Sorry,
far
ladies.
greater extent than I would have ever imagined. This mountain we stand on is a cradle
And of course, the
life's
continuation
profoundest
of
mysteries,
the Dragon's Spine
vast,
story arc.
terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
People are put off by the cold and don't realize that there's much to explore beneath the icy exterior.
Are you here to build a snowman too? Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun. What's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
I believe this is the trailer where I pulled Eula just for
We do not yet know
funsies.
the identity of our thief. Please take care.
I mean, Eula can do big ton of damage if you get her build right. Not gonna lie.
Avalanche!
Albedo, what the devil do you think you were doing?
I will say this. This was, at the moment of time, I was shocked finding out that we fighting against Albedo. I'm like, whoa, hold on there. We against Albedo? What the heck is going on? But it turns out there's more than meets the eye. But I will not reveal what happened. Anyway, that's pretty much it for version 2.3. Version 2.3 is kind of alright. And this was the moment where I pulled Eula. Eula is alright, but I kind of rarely use her because I know she can do big ton of damage when if you get her build right, but unfortunately I'm just a better pass player and I do not have her signature weapon, so my Eula is kind of mediocre at most. So, but hey, I have no regrets pulling for Eula because she's kind of fun. Anyway, that's pretty much it for my opinion on version 2.3. Moving on to version 2.4. Oh my god. Okay, this is the part where I have to find the trailer again.
We built the J.
Whoa, hold on. I'm pretty sure I already reacted to version 2.4 as
We built the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project.
This was the trailer that introduces
the Jade Chamber belongs in the sky amongst the clouds.
One of the best cryo support character for me at least.
At the edge of the platform,
and I did not regret pulling for Shenhe. Because at the moment,
it is not only out of consideration for myself
Shenhe
that I have built
is
the Jade Chamber anew at this time.
hot.
I hope the Jade Chamber will always float
It's
in the
the time
skies
of the
above
year
New
again
York,
where Liu having
bearing witness
another
to the prosperity,
Chinese New
peace
Year
of
like
the
festival. Gorgeous, not gonna lie.
Inside, I wish I could slow down time.
And oh my goodness, Keqing looking
Very
gorgeous!
Be right here, enjoying the fireworks and enjoying the view.
Shenhe, Hu Tao. Kinda sad that Hu Tao doesn't get any screen time in any of the trailers. And of course they introduce Yunjin. Yunjin was the character that introduces Chinese opera into the Genshin community.
The story of a girl.
And I kind of like how MiHoYo introduces Chinese culture and implement them into the game.
Perhaps the little
Props
girl
to
was
MiHoYo for that.
not
And
as
of
brave
course,
as the
Shenhe.
optimists are out to be.
Not gonna lie, she's hot.
Do your master's bidding.
And here's a fun fact: she shares the same Japanese voice actress as Saber from Fate Stay Night. Man, 2.4 was fun. And this was the moment where they introduced Enkanomiya.
Let the flames of redemption burn from the ashes to this world.
Ah yes, the water, the hydro and electro bishops, and the pyro mage. Economia is alright to be very honest.
It's not going to be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Wait! Giant wing!
Oh, Ether got knocked down. Oof.
If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
Yep, that's fit. 2.4 was alright. I mean, the trailer was alright. I mean, at least I would say this was the trailer that they introduced Shunhe, Yunjin, and props to MiHoYo for bringing in Chinese opera into the game. And another thing I'm gonna say is Keqing, where they introduce Keqing's alternate outfit along with Ningguang. Ningguang's outfit is nice, but Keqing, whoo, wow, just wow. And yes, I threw in some cash into the game, just like how and I got Keqing's outfit because it's just too good not to buy. Okay. Same goes for Jean's summer outfit. Keqing's alternate outfit, it was too good not to buy. Okay, it was too good not to buy. So I dumped in money into it. But as for Enkanomiya, I feel like Enkanomiya was kind of like MiHoYo was trying to like fill in the gap between the Inazuma arc and the Sumeru arc. So they were trying to like fill in the gap in between those two because I believe this is my speculation. Probably at the moment of time, Sumeru was not ready yet. So MiHoYo was probably trying to put in something to fill in the gap. Because right now, and no one, for veteran players, Enkanomiya is basically, Enkanomiya is like, if you're done with it, you're not gonna bother exploring it. That's pretty much, so that's kind of a bit of a sad case. But other than that, 2.0 is kind of alright. Anyway, without further, okay then, now that I've reacted to reacted to version 2.4, moving on to 2.5.
All of Enkanomiya is engulfed in a darkness that cannot be dispelled.
The continuation of Enkanomiya arc,
the likes of which no one has ever seen before. Strange monsters and an all-engulfing darkness.
So you're here to help resolve this, hmm?
I feel like MiHoYo was trying to drag the trying to buy some time by putting Enkanomiya in.
Enkanomiya is exceedingly dangerous right now.
I might be wrong.
I was hoping I have the chance.
This tower seems to hear my wishes.
There's darkness churning inside the Dainichi Mikoshi.
Do not come any closer.
Do you honestly have another choice?
The wishes of the people.
Oh, Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
This was during Yaemiko's story quest. And speaking of Yaemiko, hello there, you foxy.
Now you've got my attention.
Not gonna lie, Yaemiko at the moment of time is what do I say? She's sexy to this day. She's hot. She's sexy.
I'm always.
But I will say this: she's quite the serious and the foxy type of character.
With this power, no one shall be able to stand.
I really wish I have her in Maka, but she's not on my priority list, unfortunately.
Like
I want her, but she's not on my priority list.
Something seems wrong with it.
Probably once I done my priority list, I'll go for her first.
I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that I'm placing
placing my god in your capable hands. Please, bring her back.
You wish to make yourself my
And this
enemy?
is the moment that blew my mind to the max.
The guardian of eternity.
This is the oh my god moment. Dude, look how menacing the Raiden Shogun is. And then another oh my god moment right here. Two Raiden Shoguns fighting against each other. I was like, what in the blue hell did I just watch? Like seriously. Personal opinion, before pre-Sumeru arc, version 2.5, hands down, best version trailer ever. I mean, MiHoYo literally introduced one of the best and most menacing weekly boss ever. Okay, let me run that scene again if you guys don't mind.
I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
This scene
Bring her back.
is just
You wish to make
I
yourself
am
my enemy?
amazed.
I am the everlasting Lord.
I'm getting goosebumps watching this.
Inferior.
And oh my goodness, she looks so menacing. Sorry, I had to pause right over here because I will say this. Even Raiden has nice boobas. I'm so sorry to all the ladies like that. I'm a guy. I can't help myself. But I will say this. Raiden has nice boobas. But on a serious note, this scene right, the moment where they introduce the Raiden Shogun puppet as the weekly boss, my mind literally blew up. Along with the moment where two Raiden Shoguns fighting against each other, where it's actually against the puppet Raiden Shogun. Sorry, spoilers. But I will say this. Version 2.5, hands down, best trailer ever. Personal opinion. Full stop. I mean, and to top it off, having introducing Yaimiko, that's another plus point. So yeah, version 2.5 is definitely, in my personal opinion, probably the most memorable version trailer in ever, and it was really fun fighting against the Raiden Shogun on the weekly basis, and to this day I'm still trying to figure out how to one shot that Raiden Shogun, because among all the weekly bosses that have been released so far, the Raiden Shogun's one, it has the most HP among all. But I will say this: that boss, the Raiden Shogun weekly boss fight, hands down one of the best weekly boss ever to date. Now that I've reacted to version 2. Re-reacted to version 2.5 to be precise. Oh gosh. Now then, moving on to 2.6. But let me search for the trailer if you guys don't mind. Where is 2.6? Okay, you know what? I'll just head back to the Genshin Impact official YouTube page and look from there. Much more easier. 2.5. Yeah, 2.6. Hold on, just a brief moment. Okay, 2.6. Let's go. Oh, so ending was really.
Wow, it's so beautiful here.
2.6 is basically where the characters from Mondstadt and Ryue come over to Inazuma as the Riding Shogun, or should I say A, has abolished the Sakoku decree.
I've been here since last night so I could buy a figurine.
Not gonna lie, the event in 2.6 was quite the fun event.
It fails to fulfill the most crucial element. Inspiration.
Plenty getting drunk as always.
We'll need to order more dishes.
Brilliant.
Greetings. Ayaka has mentioned you on numerous occasions. Delighted to make your acquaintance.
And here comes the big brother of the Kamisato clan, Kamisato Ayato. Not gonna lie, he's cool. I mean, his elemental skill is practically I shall judgment cut you 15 times. And I will say this, Ayato's story quest is quite unique and it dives more into politics and of course the introduction of the chasm
tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
As the Heli Drills go in, they never emerge again. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order.
Little did we know that the chasm eventually paved way to Sumeru.
Kind of strange power exists here. That it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
Huh? What's this?
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
Encumber us no more. Find a way to stop that thing.
Yep, that's pretty much it for version 2.6. 2.6 is basically the they introduce Ayato in the game, and little did I know they kind of snuck in Kazuha's backstory in the event quest. But I think that's 2.6 was alright. In terms of the entire event, 2.6 was alright. And the most memorable one is definitely the Inazuma event. The most memorable moment at the moment of time was Raiden Shogun, or should I say A, looking at her own figurine while Kujo Sara was bragging about it. And it was really fun to watch, and it's nice to see A in hanging around and in Inazuma. Now then, let's move on to version 2.7. Yeah, that's two more. Okay, you know what? I'll just head back to. Let's just head back to the Genshin official YouTube channel. Much more easier. Of course. Ah yes, 2.7. 2.7 is basically
My
they
father.
introduce
He's thinking of
Yelan,
stepping down from the Tianshu position.
one of the best hydro support in ever, into
Even
the game.
back then, she was extremely tough, and she kept her cards close to her chest.
The day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request to be
And I
transferred
believe
here,
this is the
so I could
conclusion to
finally learn
the
the truth of what
chasm
happened back
story
then.
quest.
Everything is chaotic here. If you stay
And
here too
of
long,
course,
this
more
space
of
may well devour
Xiao's
you.
backstory.
Does that mean even Xiao can't sense our presence here?
Something seems to have been activated inside the Fantastic Compass.
I fear that this problem underground is bigger than we thought.
Just focus on taking care of yourselves. I'll figure out the rest.
Hello there, sexy. Damn, Yelan is hot.
Gotcha. Busted. Here comes the catch.
Maybe I should make better use of my time.
And of course, they introduced Cookie Shinobu as well. But despite the fact that she's a so-called an electro healer, I'm so sorry to say this, but she doesn't really catch my attention.
alive. Why would you become like this?
That sounds like Xiao! Could he be in trouble?
No way. Was that who I think it was? Something's not right. Something's wrong with this domain. Leave now. Get out of there.
I lured you here to this underground space because I found your weakness. Die here with me.
Okay, I will say this. 2.7 was alright. I mean, it was nice of it was nice okay, allow me to say this. At the moment of time, 2.7 was delayed because stuff happened at the MiHoYo's headquarters in Shanghai, but that didn't stop me from saving up for Yelan. But and I will say this, I did not regret pulling for her. I mean, she's hot. Yelan is hot. And I'll be very honest, one of the best 5-star Hydro support in ever. Because her kit is so good. Definitely worth, Yelan is definitely worth pulling for. As for the version 2.7 itself, it's alright. It's kind of alright. I mean, people we get to explore more of Xiao's backstory, and I believe that was the conclusion of the Chasm arc. And as I mentioned earlier, little did we know that the Chasm was kind of like the paveway to Sumeru. Because in order to head to Sumeru, you have to go to a small tunnel somewhere at the chasm. So which is why I say that the chasm is kind of like the paveway to Sumeru. Now then, without further ado, let's react to the last video for the day, which is version 2.8. Now then, where is it? Oh, oops, my bad. Wrong video. Then again, I've already reacted to this back in the special program. Anyway, I'm just gonna check my what do you call it? All the links in the description. Anyway, without further ado, let's react to version 2.8. Let's go.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
Version 2.8 is basically we get to more Kazuha's backstory,
They said they had something
which is good.
important to discuss with him.
Since the Vision Hunt decree has been repealed, I no longer have any.
And the introduction to Shikanoi Heizo.
I guess something very interesting is about to happen.
Heizo's alright. I mean, the unique part about him is that despite being a catalyst user, he's fighting with his fists. So yeah, he's the very first character that goes, everybody goes kung fu fighting.
To a strange dimension.
And we're coming back to the Golden Apple Archipelago.
Here is where we shall witness the culmination of all things. I, who command the darkness.
But I applaud MiHoYo for adding some twist into the Archipelago in 2.8. Despite that, we know that it's the Archipelago. As time goes by, right, it feels like we're in a different location. All partly thanks to the Dendro Archon, Kusanali.
Lady Magic. What? Excellent, most excellent. Oh, official? That's enough. Come on, just play along.
And not only that, the Summer Fantasia event, right? Hold on, just give me a sec. Okay, what I like about version 2.8 is that not only we get to explore Kazuha's backstory, but also a bit of Xinyan, Fischl, and Mona. I would say it is the events in the story event in version 2.8 is one of the most interesting story events among all. I mean, if you don't believe me, you can check out my YouTube channel, my YouTube video. Although unfortunately Mona's part is not in it due to technical difficulties, but I will say it's really good. We get to explore more of this more of the character backstories, such as Kazuha, Xinyan, and of Xinyan, Fischl, Fischl, and of course Mona. But at the moment of time, I was really curious why they decided to bring in Fischl's backstory first before Mona. But one thing about the events in 2.8 was the puzzles, especially at Mona's domain. Oh my goodness, what was MiHoYo thinking? That Mona's puzzle domain was the most complicated domain I have witnessed ever since the very first day I played Genshin 2 years ago. But still, version 2.8 definitely a memorable, memorable ride. And so that's pretty much it for my reactions from version 1.0 to 2.8. Personally, as I mentioned earlier, 2.5 without a shadow of a doubt, best personal opinion, version 2.5 best trailer to date. This is before pre-Sumeru, by the way. If we exclude the Sumeru arc, right, starting from 2.8, version 2.5, where they introduce Yaimiko and the Raiden Shogun weekly boss fight, hands down best trailer and the most memorable event so far. So yeah, And that's pretty much it for my reaction. Man, I'm tired after that, after going to like through like 1 hour of talking, but still, I will say this, Genshin, thank you for the memories. Anyway, this is the part where I end my stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you guys enjoy what you're watching, please do give a like, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hit the notification bell as well. Gosh, I need to get a drink later on. So yeah, hopefully I will get to stream more on YouTube in future. So please do further, and I humbly apologize if any inconvenience, any mispronunciation was. Oh, whatever. I'm tired. I'm really tired. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching. AJ here. See ya.